Anthony Adebayo.
With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes.
You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com. Anthony Adebayo and the most accurate sports coverage. Scotty B's Fantasy 5.
Different from any other sport.
Sophomore year.
Comes back
and says, you know what? Yo. What up?
What's going on, man?
Hold on, man. Hold on. You know what? Forget it. Ain't no horns today. No, I'm joking. Hold on.
Ain't no horns?
No, we got horns. We got horns, but I just didn't have them ready. So,
okay.
Sue me for being unprepared. Psych. All right, you happy? There go the horns.
There go the horns, man. The show doesn't feel right unless you play the horns.
All right. Well, I'm Anthony Adebayo.
It's your boy Scotty B. How's everything been, man? I feel like I haven't spoken to you in a couple of days.
Everything's been fine. You know, the draft's coming up. Cowboys, and we'll talk about that. But everything's been good though. Everything's been good. I can't complain too much, man. How about you?
Yeah, same, man. I've been busy, and I looked up and it's Wednesday, and the draft is tomorrow. I know both of us love the draft. Both of our favorite. Well, I wouldn't say favorite, but one of our favorite events in sports. So I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll definitely be there next year. I don't know where it's gonna be next year. I know this year is in Cleveland, but hey, shout out to Kelsey. Kelsey is actually covering the draft this year. Her first time. We talked about it. She said, she's excited and she's actually gonna join us for our 200th episode.
Definitely shout out to her. I mean, no, she just always doing big stuff, man.
Yeah.
Just big stuff. So salute to that sister.
Yeah, and today we have a special guest. Yo, look, we went the whole year without having guests, right? And then we going 4 weeks in a row. Pretty much this whole month, we had guests, and I love it, man. Sometimes I get tired of talking to you. No, I'm joking.
No. Real talk. Sometimes the guests they spruce everything up, man. They bring a different dynamic. So I'm glad that we were able. Shout out to Tasha and yourself for booking all the guests that you guys have booked over the past month. Everybody's been wonderful. So I definitely appreciate having them.
So where you want to start?
Let's start with my 49ers. Right now, I feel like the draft. We are going to be the tone setters of the draft.
Absolutely, because we know what the top two are going to be.
We know what the top two are, and I have no quarrels about that. Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson. To me, I mean, those are the surefire first two picks.
And I still disagree with Zach.
Why do you disagree with Zach?
Because I think that Justin Fields is a better quarterback. But I guess he's rated as the second. He's rated as the second best quarterback in the draft. But I guess was it Zach Wilson? I guess he fits better with the Jets, and I guess. But to just go out there and say, I guess it's better for them. They know who they're going. There's no need to belabor it. This is their guy. This is who they like the best. So I still feel like if you guys don't take. If the 49ers don't take Justin Fields, which is looking like they're probably not, that is going to get very interesting.
So I heard something really interesting today.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about the fall of Justin Fields. And the person was a GM, and they said, well, which team draft boards have you really looked at? In the press, he's free falling, but draft night could be something totally different. Who's to say that the Jets don't go Justin Fields? I like Wilson. I do. I like his mechanics. I think he can make all the throws, but it does feel like each year we do have some quarterbacks that come out of nowhere and everybody makes them to be the next big thing, and 3 years later you're looking at them like Sam Darnold, to where they're trading them, or people are like, nah, get that guy out of here, and they're trying to run him out of town. So we see the same story every year. I think Trevor Lawrence, I watched his pro day. I feel like he is the real deal. I feel like he can make all the throws. He's athletic enough. He's going to be good. He's going to be good. So there we have no quarrels. Everybody else, as much upside and potential that they do have there's small little things that you can't overlook. Mm-hmm. Like with Zach Wilson, he's got a strong arm, and he's got the potential to reminds a lot of people his throwing mechanics of Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. He's accurate. He gets the ball out really quickly. But who's to say that with no talent around him in New York that he's going to be good? Mac Jones, I look at him. He's had a tremendous year last year, but is it because he had the receivers that he had, and he had the best offense, arguably one of the top college football teams of all times? So you got to factor that in there. Will he be able to do that at the next level? So those are questions. So I don't know if he's a legitimate number 3. I think the 49ers are going to pick him, but you got Justin Fields. He can make every throw. He's athletic. He's got the most game tape, so he's, and in my opinion, proven himself the most. Right. So why not go with somebody that at least has a lot of film on him?
Now, I agree, man. And I think that's where everything is like so crazy, is because for the last 2 years we've watched Justin Fields, and we've seen a professional quarterback, and I know he went to Ohio State, and I know the rap on Ohio State quarterbacks, but this guy is clearly not that, right? With Haskins, I never believed in Haskins. I thought he was overrated at Ohio State. I thought that he wasn't ready for the NFL, and clearly he wasn't. I think with Haskins, it's more of a maturity thing instead of a talent thing. And I think that a lot of pundits or whoever are holding that he went to that school against him. And the last few quarterbacks were Haskins, JT Barrett, who was the other one that was like the third string guy. It was just all these guys that didn't pan out for in the NFL for whatever reason. And so I believe that that's what's holding, because you haven't, normally you would hear something like negative about the person. It may be like a character issue or whatever. And you're not hearing that about Fields. You're just hearing about these other guys more. And it's like, wait, before this past season even started, everybody was saying that they're, Lawrence and Fields. And last year, Lawrence, in I guess 2019 going into 2020, Trevor Lawrence, they beat Ohio State, but they came back this year, and I mean, Clemson ain't had nothing for Ohio State, and that was mainly because of Justin Fields. So it feels like that he's, for whatever reason, is getting a bad rap. And it's kind of unfortunate. Now again, that's just in the media. We don't know what these teams are honestly thinking. Because even the year that Haskins came out, I don't think anybody had him outside of the top 10. And he went 15 to Washington, and Daniel Jones got picked before him. So
what my biggest beef with Justin Fields is, and it has nothing to do with him. I think I like Trey Lance better. I don't know what it is, and I don't have yet. Huh?
I don't know if Lance is actually ready. I don't think he can play year one. I mean, he can play.
No. He's not going to be able to play year one. But for whatever reason, Lance, I don't know, man. When I see him play, it's like he passes the eye test. Like when I watched his pro day, it's like, man, this guy can make all the throws. I went back and watched a lot of film on him. He So I watched the George Mason game. I mean, not George Mason, James Madison. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking about today. James Madison game when he played them in the championship. And I believe he threw for, it was like 76 yards and he rushed for 166 yards.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have a particularly good passing game. But when you look at his pro day, it's like all the intangibles are there. Like he can be great if somebody works with him. And I feel like that, yeah, you can't start him now. And he's the type of pick, our good buddy Phil, we were talking about this. He's the type of person that you could pick at number 3 if you're the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
And if that doesn't pan out, you'll be fired. And it'll be a long time before you get like a GM job. Like he's not a safe bet. He's a wild card. But for whatever reason, I feel like he's going to be good.
I think he's going to be good as well. But I know a lot of people come, and I'll get off the Justin Fields train in a second. But I feel like a lot of people are gonna they're gonna look at this draft, and Justin Fields is gonna be the Deshaun Watson of this draft. We know what our eyes see. We know what our eyes see. We know what our eyes have watched has shown us. It's same with Deshaun Watson. We know what our eyes shown us when he was playing ball at Clemson. And for him to fall to whatever, I think he fell to 12 or 11 or something, whatever he fell to, or 10 or whatever, it's like they're going to pay. But we'll see.
Yeah, but who's to say that he doesn't go second? And if he goes second, it will throw the whole draft off. It'll throw some teams for a loop.
He ain't going second. That'll be the shock of the draft. If Justin Fields goes second, I would be in utter disbelief.
Okay, so where do you think he's going to go?
Justin Fields?
Yeah, if you just had a wild guess.
If he didn't go to San Francisco, I think somehow he ends up in New England.
So do you feel like New England is going to move up in the draft to get a quarterback?
I wouldn't be surprised if Carolina did something crazy. Yeah, because I can see New England moving up, and getting them.
All right, one last question before we bring in our guests. You got Atlanta sitting at number 4, right? So logic is telling them to take Kyle Pitts. Do you think that they would take Fields? Do you think that Atlanta would take Justin Fields? No, you think they're going to go with Kyle Pitts?
I think they're all in with Matt Ryan right now, and they'll figure the quarterback situation out after this season. But I don't think that they go after Phil. I think that the logical thing is to get a Kyle Pitts. I mean, when you have a talent like that and you have the weapons that they already have, and you add that,
it's going to open the offense up. Yeah.
And Matt Ryan had a good season last year. It wasn't like he had a terrible season. They just were losing like close games a bunch. But so let's we got our guests. Let's bring in our guests. You know, we've talked enough football. Let's go. Tiff.
Hey, what's up?
Hey. What's up, y'all?
How you doing?
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So we got Tiffany Franklin here, who author of how many books? You want to get this wrong?
It's 2 books, 2 different versions of the book.
Right. Okay. And she's a New Jersey native, and we welcome her.
Thank you. So,
Scott, you have a question? Scott, you there? Okay, so Scott's full.
Yeah, I'm here to.
You
Yeah,
froze for a second.
StreamYard again.
All right, so let me ask you, what made you start? All right, first, what's the name of the books, and let us know how you got started with that.
So the books, I don't know if you can see that. I am ABCs, and the other one is You Are ABCs. My lighting is a little off. And that is those two are the children's versions, and I have the adult version of the You Are, adult teenager version of the You Are, and the I Am version will be published very shortly. So pretty much how the book came about, woke me up out of my sleep, and I just, got up, went to the computer. I had a newborn, so at the time, so I was up anyway. I didn't really sleep. So my oldest son, Isaiah, who is now 6, was about to go into kindergarten. So, so when they go to school, you have a little fear, right? Because you don't know how they're going to be, and things like that. He stutters. He has a speech impediment. He does stutter. And me being, mama bear, was a little nervous that, how cruel kids could be. So I was a little nervous that he may get picked on and, bullied and all of that stuff. So what I did was I just wanted to give him something to always have. So if he was ever feeling down because, he was being picked on or, whatever, that he could always refer back to this and just know that there was someone who had his back. Like, I just wanted him to know that he was loved and to show him that he was amazing and powerful, and like his disability, which really not disability, but his, speech impediment does not define him, right? It's just something that he has that, we have him in speech therapy for, but it doesn't define him. It doesn't make him less than or nothing. So I didn't want him to feel, discouraged. So the book, pretty much the essence of the book is when you open up the book, there is a place for you to put the person that you're giving it to. And it's very universal. You could give it to anybody, an adult or a child. And I just changed the cover to make it a little bit more kid friendly. So that's why there's 2 versions. And there's a place for you to put whoever you're giving it to. So you say, for example, You Are Isaiah, and then there's a place for you to put a picture of that person. And then under that, it is a place for you to say who you are to them. So You Are Isaiah, I am Tiffany, your mother. So, and it could be the same for you guys. I'm your father, I'm your brother, uncle, whoever you decide to give it to. And then it goes on to, that's called ABCs because it's every letter of the alphabet. So on the first page, it'll say You Are, and it'll have the letter A. And then you pick a word that starts with the letter A that describes the person that you're giving it to. So You Are amazing, right? And then under that, there's a place for you to put the definition of amazing. You are amazing, right? The definition of amazing, whatever it is. And then under that, there's a place for you to say, you are amazing because. So now this is your opportunity to tell that individual why you feel they are amazing. So then it goes on for every letter of the alphabet. Letter B, you are brilliant. The definition of brilliant, you are brilliant because. P, you are powerful. Powerful, and you are powerful because. And just imagine, you writing this to someone reading it and they're having a bad day and what that can do for them. So the feedback has just been awesome. Again, I started this as just a book, something for him. And as I started to tell more people about it, they just really encouraged me to publish it because they felt that it could be beneficial for anyone. So that's how it started, and that's how it came to be. So the I am version is once you now have the You Are, right? you pretty much have validated that individual, right? So now, in turn, they now see these things about themselves. So now it has the opportunity for them to say, I am beautiful, and why I'm beautiful. I'm powerful. I'm courageous. More like a journal, more like an affirmation book. So that's where the I am version came of it. So it was like a no-brainer to just do that version of it after the you are. So that's how it came to be.
That's what's up. So, do you
I got a
think?
question.
Go ahead, Scotty.
You froze again, Scott.
Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Yeah, this is terrible, man. Okay, so listen, I got a fun question for you. How many hats do you own?
How many what? How many what do I have? Hats?
Hats.
HATS?
Hats. Yeah, how many hats? I hear you wear. Yes.
So let me tell you something. A lot. A lot. You know how they say, what they say, a jack of all trades and a master of none. I don't believe in that, right? I feel like whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. I just feel like, people try to put you in a box and they try to say what you can do. I'm the individual that if it's something that I want to do, I'm going to do it. So if I want to get my real estate license, I'm going to get it. And I did. If I want to get my notary, I'm going to get it. And I did. If I want to get, 2 degrees and a master's degree, I'm going to do that. And I did. Right. So if I want to publish a book, whatever it is that I want to do, I'm going to do it. Right. And I don't have to be the best at everything. Right. To do it, because what are we? We're on this journey called life, right? So you're trying to figure it out. You don't know what you want to do. And, you may like to do a bunch of different things. I just want to be a role model for my children to let them know, listen, you don't have to know, what it is right now. You figure it out as you go. And you're going to make some mistakes. You're going to try some things and you ain't going to like it, right? And then you try something else because we don't know, right? So I just want people to know, try whatever you want until you figure out what it is that you love. So I do a lot of different things and I enjoy them all.
Now that's awesome. That is awesome.
So do you think there's a way that your book can actually be in the school? Because this feels like, especially like the kids version, feels like a book that should be in schools and that teachers should use. One for self-esteem and things of that nature. Can you see your book in schools?
Absolutely. So I actually have had the pleasure, this whole thing is just really mind-blowing to me. I've had the pleasure to get these books in a couple of schools. So a couple of school districts, ours included, our alma mater, have purchased books to give to the students. And I was thrilled, really just humbled, that they decided to do that. So I'm just pushing it because I'm also pushing it to, counselors, because it is actually something that, I've spoken to a bunch of my counselor friends that they could use in some of their sessions, so it is definitely beneficial from a self-esteem standpoint. I was even asked, by one of the school districts to, put on a workshop for the parents. And I did that, speaking about the importance as parents while they're young to build up their self-esteem, and not just while they're young, but I just happened to do it for parents of like preschool, kindergarten age, but it was a workshop pretty much about us as parents and how important it is for us to make sure that we are building the self-esteem of our children, because it starts with us, right? We can't send them out there and expect everybody else to build them up, right? It needs to start at home, and then the world is an extension of what we instill in them. So that really was the focus of the workshop. So I've done that, and I've also, in the process of working on like a Facebook group and like putting a program together where I have other speakers come in and speak and talk about self-esteem and all of that good stuff. So I'm working on some major things, and I'm excited about it.
So I got a cool question. Can you tell cool kids quotes?
Cool Kids.
Yeah.
So Cool Kids is again. So now we're gonna talk. See, I tell you, I'll do a whole bunch of stuff, right? So now we're gonna talk about the generational wealth that we're gonna build for our children, right? So what that is my clothing line that I am starting for my boys, right? And it's going to be their clothing line, right? But their parents will be, of course, running it. So that's, pretty much what it is. And we will be promoting, self-esteem and fun stuff and a whole bunch of stuff. But it is the clothing line for my boys that will be hopefully by the summertime we'll be able to, launch some things. But more to come with that. Mm-hmm.
All right, so before we get to the win of the week, this is off the record, and we are a sports show.
Mm-hmm.
So, for those that don't know, Tiff and I went to high school. She was 98, class of 98, right? 99 was better, but whatever, it's neither here nor there.
You graduated with Shan.
Yeah. All right, so she is a ball player, and I want you to talk about that and your love of the game of basketball. And if it's, do you still have that love?
I do, right? So I was playing basketball since I was in the third grade. That's when we started. Me and my crew, right? We all started together and we stayed together all the way through. And then some of us went to college and played. So I'm a basketball head, right? So I haven't, because I don't live some life. I don't got older and my bones don't work like they used to, right? So, I don't really go out. We got a basketball hoop, so I go out there, may shoot around with the boys a lot, but I didn't really want to push it, so I am, right? I'm all into it, right? I'm a Knicks fan. Always have been, always will be. And
yes.
So I of course wanted my boys to do it, but I don't really want to push him. Isaiah's only 6, right? But he's now starting to, like, his dad coaches. So now he goes to the gym with him, so now all the boys are there. So now they're seeing it. So, and Isaiah's actually getting good. Like, he'll go in the backyard and he'll shoot and he's doing things on his own and it's just progressing. And I'm just like in the back, like, yes, like, come on. Cause then the more that he wants to do it, I'm going to be the loudest one in the stands. You hear me? So I'm excited for him to do that if he wants to do that. But yeah, I'm still with it. I'm still with it.
All right, so let's get to the winner of the week.
No, you're a winner. No, you're a winner. No, you're a winner. No, you're a winner.
All right, welcome back. All right, so my winner of the week is Sitner's Academy in Miami. The reason why they're my winner of the week this week is, I don't know if you heard, but they told their 50 teachers and 25 staff members that if they got vaccinated, they wouldn't be welcome back in the fall. I thought it was the craziest thing that I heard. Like, if you get vaccinated, you have the risk of getting fired from this particular school. They went completely left on this. I'm not going to belabor it too much because I want to get you guys' feedback or your comments. What are your thoughts of that?
You want to go to me first?
Whoever.
All right, let me go first. So I want to get this straight. So
yeah, get it straight.
If you get the vaccine, you'll get fired?
Correct. They went the whole total opposite.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Look it up. It's in Miami. It's
Florida being Florida. So what I'll say about this is this is just Florida being Florida. I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words because you should probably want people to get vaccinated. I mean, and again, we've had this conversation, Scotty, and we've said, like, talking about the vaccine is pretty much kind of like talking about religion and politics at this point, right? And it's like you don't want to kind of you don't want to judge anybody. If you don't want to get the vaccine, that's on you. And if you want to get the vaccine, that's also on you. That is crazy, and that sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
It was so egregious that when I heard it, I was just like, wow. I was like, they have to be the winner of the week. I mean, normally you try to look for sports stuff with this, but I was just shocked when I heard that a school out there just went that left, man.
I bet you that's
and they sent it in a letter.
Wow.
They didn't just say this. This went to a letter to all the employees that work there.
What you think, Tiff?
That's what I was going to say. That can't be legal. That just goes against everything that everybody else is talking about. They want you to get vaccinated. So now they're saying if you're going to get vaccinated, they going to fire you? That don't even make sense. Like, where they do that at?
Yeah, that's crazy. So, yeah.
It must not be known to a lot of people because I'm sure that would have been all over.
Well, where I found it on CNN.
Really?
Yeah, it was on CNN. Yes.
What's the name of the school?
Sitner Academy in Miami.
Is that private or public?
It's a private school.
See, there you go.
Yeah, you have
Mm-hmm.
So look, let's talk some NBA. I'm sure y'all heard about Dr. J and his top 10 all-time list. And him leaving LeBron off of it. And the reason why he left LeBron off of it is because he said LeBron is the one that started the super teams. That was his reasoning. And not to miss, so first of all, before we even get to LeBron in this list, the fact that he had Jordan on the second team, like, I think that makes that list invalid already. So,
can you recap his list? Do you have his list?
I can this. And I know his on the first one he had Jerry West. Oh, let me get this. I don't want to say anybody wrong. So as I get that list, all right. The first five: Oscar Robertson, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Wilt Chamberlain, and Bill Russell. That's the first list. And mind you, he had LeBron off the team because of super teams. Three of those guys on that top list were on the same team.
Yeah.
The second team was George Magic Bird, Malone, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That's it?
That's the top. Those his
of all time?
Top 10 of all time. Yeah.
I feel like it's some more people missing.
No, that was 10.
So Jerry West has to come
No,
off.
I know it was 10. I just don't agree with that. Like, I just feel like, I mean, all those people were great, right? But where the new school at?
He's old.
I understand, but he's still living, right? And, he can still see from the time of then to now, there has been other greats. So, I don't get, yeah.
So,
and he only left LeBron off. It looked like he left off more than just
A
LeBron.
lot of people.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Now you frozen.
they normally have 1 in 22.
Say that again.
Yeah, what I'm saying was, like, most people have LeBron, right? So whether they have LeBron 1 or 2, he's normally top 2.
I mean,
Who would you take?
so I just think there needs to be two different lists, right? That list that he got is fine. That could be the old school list. And then we got a new school list
That's a good compromise.
because those 10, that's not going to work.
Yeah, Elgin Baylor got to come off that joint too.
Say that again, Scotty.
Elgin Baylor has to come off.
So we'll start with Tiff. Tiff, give us your all-time top 10.
Oh, Lord. I'm not going to put them in order, okay? I'm just going to give you 10. And let me put a disclaimer out. Some of this is going to be biased. So I'm just going to name folks, okay? Okay. So these just my, some of my people. So, of course, you got MJ, right? You have LeBron. You have Kobe. You have what's his name? Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my boy in there. Steph.
Okay.
That's 5, right?
That's 5. Yeah.
I like the names are escaping me from the Spurs. Duncan. I like Duncan. I guess you could say Reggie Miller, maybe. Right? Maybe.
Yeah.
He doesn't make my top 10, but
I'm just gonna throw this in there. I know he's not in the top 10, but I loved him when he was playing. John Starks. I gotta put him in there. Everybody that know me know I love me some John Starks, but back in the day, who am I missing?
What about Ewing?
Absolutely Ewing.
What about Barkley?
I'll put some Barkley. Oh, you gotta have Shaq too,
And Shaq.
right?
I think you have.
So that's 10. That's
10.
that's my 10.
All right. And so we'll give you an extra person because Starks don't belong there. So we'll give you one more. Go ahead.
What's that?
oh, so you gonna let me go?
Throw me somebody, cause I'm got a block right now.
So I got LeBron. I got MJ. I got Kobe Bryant. I got Steph Curry. I got Elijah Wan. I got Tim Duncan. I got Bill Russell. I got Shaq. I put Dirk in mine, but he may not be in a lot of other people. And my last one, I'm kind of torn between Kevin Garnett and Kevin Durant. You know what? I'm tripping. I'm taking Dirk off. I'm putting Larry Bird on there.
Okay.
And then I'm torn between KD and KG.
All right.
I'm gonna go Kevin Durant. I'm gonna go Durant over Garnett.
All right, and I'll give y'all my 10 real quick. So you got MJ, you got LeBron, you got Kobe, Shaq, and Magic. We got Pippen. I put Pippen up there. I'll keep Steph up there. Steph. Why am I forgetting the guy's name? I said Shaq already, right? Yeah, Olajuwon, Bird, and Dr. J round out my top 10. No.
You got Dr. J in your joint?
No. Before Dr. J. So Dr. J should be in the top 10. But I will put Moses Malone a slight edge over Dr. J.
You got Dr. J in your top 10?
No, I took Dr. J's 11.
He's in my top 20.
That's disrespectful.
I don't know if that's disrespectful. I mean, Dr. J's not even in his own top 10.
Well, I mean, because he did that to be fair, I guess. But Dr. J, his accolades have him in the top. The reason why he was in the ABA wasn't because he couldn't play in the NBA.
I never said that.
Don't be a jerk.
But he's in your.
I said no. He's
in my top 20.
He's 11.
He's number 11.
Yeah, and I see somebody said something about D Wade. D Wade will be 12.
You know what? I got D Wade before I got Dr. J.
Forgot about D Wade.
Man, so you know that's tough, Scott, because Dr. J, he is accomplished and probably more accomplished than D Wade. It's just a different era. I mean, Dr. J did a lot, man. I mean, he did a lot. D Wade's never won an MVP before. I mean, if you look at his, I don't know, man. I mean, D Wade got him in championships, but I mean, it's you can argue and say if he didn't have LeBron, would he have those 2 other championships? You know. I guess Scott's not with that. But Tiff,
Yeah.
so what's next?
What's not next is the question. Honestly, it's me really building out some programs around the books. And really networking, really trying to push it to get it into schools across the nation, because I just believe in it that much. So, I mean, that's my goal. That's my goal, is just to network and to, do things, like this and reach out to people and, just tell the story and just people really see how, phenomenal, just the experience and what it can do. I know you got some, I don't know if you had the chance to do it, but yes, I really, encourage you, if you haven't, to really, really purchase the book, not just, to purchase the books. Of course, I'm going to say, yes, purchase the books, but the experience, from it and actually doing it and spending that time with your loved one, whoever you decide to give it to, could really be that difference in their life, right? Like, when I did it and when I was doing it, I just think about how many of our children, and the kids are a soft spot for me, right? So I really think about how many children take their own lives because they feel less than, or because they don't have that someone in their life to just tell them that they matter, right? I really feel like this book, both of them, really is not going to be the end all be all, but it's definitely a tool that they could use to reflect on, that can definitely help them to know that somebody, because it only takes one person, right? There's somebody out there who thinks something amazing about them, that thinks that they are special enough to be able to say these wonderful things about them. And it really can, sit with people, right? Really make an impact and can change the direction of their life. It could be a matter of, I'm going to take my life. No, I'm going to keep fighting, right? And it's just that serious, right? And just that little small token could really make a difference in somebody's life. So I'm just going to keep pushing it.
Absolutely. And give us the names of the books again.
So the names of the books are You Are ABC and I Am ABCs.
I did that.
And It's not just and it's not just for children. It is definitely for anybody. It's universal. I have two versions. So if the cover is bothering you, there's two versions of it.
Sorry about that.
Can I throw in something that if they purchase the book, I got a little coupon for them?
Absolutely. What is it?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
about the purchase.
so if they go to the site, go to AbrahamSmallwoodPublishing.com. AbrahamSmallwoodPublishing.com. If they go there and purchase the book, then all they have to do is email me a copy of their receipt, and I will email them back a 30% coupon code off anything on my apparel website.
Nice.
I'm there. I'm about to order.
Nice. Abraham Publishing.
Abraham Smallwood.
Publishing.com.
Yes.
And give them your email.
My email is info@thetiffanynicolecherie.com.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to spell that.
Info. You gonna type it for me?
All right, hold on 1 second. There we go. Anika beat me to the punch, but
See there.
So hold on 1 second. Let me get through. We'll put it in. We'll pin it on in the
Okay,
in the chat.
cool.
Yeah.
And I sent you a message too with the email in there. So
I got you.
yeah, info@thetiffanynicolecherie.com. Send me an email with a copy of the receipt that you published the book, and I will respond back with your coupon code for 30% off of anything from my website.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Huh? You know, you get some horns. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, give her some horns for that.
Yeah, you get some horns. You know what I mean? All right, so definitely thank you for joining us, man. It's been great, man. You know, aside from you liking the Knicks, we appreciate you joining us.
No, I appreciate you having me. Thanks for reaching out. Listen, I'll come back on anytime. Just hit me up, and I'm here.
I got you. Definitely, and again, Abraham Smallwood Publishing, and we'll get you and we'll send you know what, Anika, she need to post the email too. So
Neek, put my email up, Neek. info@thetiffanynicolecherie.com.
So
Can I type it here?
You should be able to. Yeah. And you know, she is a graduate of Hillside High School, so anybody that got a problem, you'll be all right. But again, thanks for joining us.
That's not right. Sorry, I left out a.
Spell your name wrong. So let's tell everybody where they can reach you on social and everything.
So on social media, I am Tiffany Franklin on Facebook and on Instagram. Tiffany Franklin Enterprises is my handle. Tiffany Franklin Enterprises. Because I got a whole lot of things under there, so I had to change it and just make it a whole enterprise.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And so you said your son is 6?
My oldest, I have 3 boys. So my oldest is 6. My middle child is 3.5. He'll be 4 in August, and my baby is 1.
All right. So before we get out of here, I have one son, just one.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How you have 3 boys?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Okay. See, knocking on the door right now. When I say it's on 100 all day, every day, you want them to come in here? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Look, brace yourself now.
Oh boy. All right, so because Xavier's taken over the show before, so I mean, this should be fun. This should be fun.
That should be a lot of fun. I hear mommy.
Yeah, man. So again, no one gave me the
So his allergies is messing up. So his eyes is all swollen.
What's up,
Say
man?
hi.
He the live wire. How
Hello,
y'all doing?
baby.
How y'all
How y'all doing? Say hi.
Hi.
You can tell which one is the live one.
Yeah, you see that.
Which one is playing basketball?
Isaiah. Right here. Stop. See? His eyes is all swollen right now because the allergies are messing with him. So I got to give him some medicine.
All right, Isaiah. You good?
Yes. Yes.
Everything good?
Mhm.
You hey, what's your favorite basketball team?
Say it again.
What's your favorite basketball team? Answer correctly.
My dad.
There you go.
I'm hot, Mommy.
You heard him?
No, what he say? What he say?
Say it again.
My dad's.
Oh, that's not fair. He's been so you gonna play basketball, right?
You know,
Yes.
All right. So when it's time for you to when you start playing, we're gonna have you on the show, okay?
Yeah, definitely gotta have them back.
say okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm gonna give you some medicine in a minute.
All
Okay.
right, all right, y'all take it easy.
Everybody say bye.
Bye bye.
Oh, he ready for the camera already. He's
You
ready
see
for
him,
the
right?
camera.
He ready.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Iman Abraham.
Okay.
Iman Abraham.
Iman Abraham. All right.
He said you forgot about him.
What's your name?
Say Issa. Say Issa. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, thank you for coming on.
Bye.
I know it's mommy time now, so.
Yes.
All right. Thanks again.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Mommy, look.
Yeah. You
What
see?
the heck?
All right.
All right. All right.
Bye.
All right, man. So that was great. That was great, man. Off the record,
Yeah,
love the
definitely
kids.
was. Yeah, definitely was great.
So again, what I'm gonna do, because I have extra copies of each book. We're gonna do a giveaway. So how are we gonna do this giveaway? What I was thinking about doing, we'll do trivia throughout the week. We'll do some off the record trivia. And,
we gotta bring the other trivia that we were doing during football.
Absolutely.
Back. Yeah, we gotta bring that back.
Yeah. Beat the clock.
Yeah, beat the clock. There you go.
So
you got a segment. You got a segment now.
Yeah. After
you got a segment now.
I got a segment.
You got a segment. Beat the clock.
So yeah, we'll bring that back and we'll do. I got all these books. See, I got all these books, and you know, we'll give them away. These are great motivational type books for adults and kids. I think it's. I personally think she should get an app as well. I didn't say that online, but you know, it's a good book. So draft tomorrow. Playoffs are brewing up. Yeah, man. So you know, definitely. So next week I don't know if we have a guest yet. I don't know. I don't think we do.
Definitely won't be with StreamYard.
Yeah.
That joint is retired after the night.
Scott has said StreamYard must die, but we gonna fix it. I think
there ain't no fixing this joint. This joint is done. That joint is done.
Scott has had enough. But,
I'm done with it.
but we definitely have we got the draft tomorrow, and I think that my Cowboys will do the right thing and draft the DB. What I think is going to happen, Scotty. They're either going to pick at 10 and not trade the pick, or they're going to trade out of that pick. They're going to trade out of that pick and trade it to somebody who's going to draft a quarterback, and they're going to have 2 first-round picks where they will pick a DB and an O-lineman.
I think that's a smart decision. I think with the wide receivers and the quarterbacks, it could be a while before a defensive player even comes off the board. So
there'll be a defensive player going top 10. There'll be a defensive player going top 10.
Yeah, maybe top 10, but it's kind of defensive players later in the draft, you'll be able to get what you need. You know, if you trade out of that pick and you get 2 first rounders, you'll be able to get some depth on the defensive side of the house. So, I can definitely see that.
All right, here's my question to you. What team makes the biggest bonehead move tomorrow in the first round? Whether with their pick or not trading into the not trading back, or it's going to be mainly with a pick, and they pick somebody that they don't need.
So the Jets, I believe they have 2 or 3 picks
in the first round.
In the first round, no, they got 2 picks for sure. I think they're picking at the top of the second. They've got the opportunity to screw things up, and I wouldn't put it past them.
The Jets?
Yeah, because you got to see the Bengals. You know, they've got an opportunity to screw it up. They really need help on the offensive line, but I think they're going to try to make Burrow happy and get his receiver.
Do you think drafting Jamar Chase would be a bad move?
So I think sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the skill positions. I think sometimes you might need an offensive lineman. It's not the sexiest pick, but it's the right pick. And I think that with the depth at receiver, you can still get a decent receiver later. You can fill 2 needs.
Right. Okay. So what team do you think is gonna just give me one?
I'm gonna go with the Bengals. I think they're gonna pick the receiver, and they're not going to do the right thing and get the offense tackle.
So I don't think that'll be the bonehead move. I for whatever reason think it's gonna be the Eagles. I have a feeling that the Eagles, with all the flack that the GM has been getting, I think he will mess around and draft a quarterback.
I can see that. I can see that.
At 12, he would draft a quarterback at 12, which will ultimately, you're gonna look crazy because they've already said that they're not that he got to compete, which I don't know how much of that I believe, but I can see them drafting a quarterback. I can see them saying, let's go get Mac Jones.
Yeah, well, it depends, right? If they don't draft a quarterback, it's his job for another year. They'll put some pieces around him. If they do have draft a quarterback, then he'll have to compete. I don't think they should draft a quarterback. I think they should work on developing that team at other positions. And then when the time,
No, go ahead.
No, I think they need to build that team up. Get him some help. He needs a lot of help with that Eagles team.
Yeah. I agree. You have to go get a receiver. I mean, if you stay at 12 and the Eagles, you have to go get one of the good. I mean, this draft class is so receiver heavy that you kind of can't mess up this draft with drafting a receiver. They messed it up last year, right? By drafting Rager when Jefferson was
sitting right there.
Yes. So this draft class is so deep in receiver, deeper than last year, that you can't find a way to screw this up.
So let me ask you this: who's your number one receiver on your board? Like this, you preference?
Oh, I think it's Chase. I think Jamar Chase is the best receiver in the draft. It is not. I won't say it's
you don't
not,
think it's close.
I think it's close. But I don't know if it's as close as people think. I think Jamar Chase. Two things. He sat out because he knew how sorry that quarterback was for LSU, and that was part of the reason why he can say it was COVID. But he sat out because he knew that quarterback was sorry. He was with him with practice, and that quarterback has they had three other guys come in year after year to start. Joe Burrow was a transfer from Ohio State and started over him, and clearly you see the season that he had. So Jamar Chase knew what he was doing, and it was smart. And that's why I don't think that him going to Cincinnati is such a bad thing, because you got the other guy out there as well. But I do think that they should get the one of those tackles either from Northwestern or from Oregon. But my top see it's so Chase, Smith, Waddle. And even the other guy from LSU, I'm forgetting his name right now, but those guys, they're talented, man.
Yeah. So one thing about this draft, and we'll see once football season does start, a lot of these guys haven't played. They didn't play last year. It's a lack of film on them. So
Right.
Some of these guys look better than what they actually are or haven't played in a while. I forget the player that they're talking about. It's like a defensive lineman. He sat out this year, and I cannot think of his name. But he put on like all this crazy weight, and they're just like, it's good, it's muscle, but nobody's seen him play at that size. So there's going to be a lot of that going on too.
I tell you, Micah Parsons, just that name right there, he's probably the best defensive player in the draft. And he will be a perennial Pro Bowler. I know he went to Penn State, wore 11. He will be a perennial Pro Bowler. He's that good. He sat out this season, but his pro day was crazy. And I can see him going to the Lions, because the Lions, I can see that.
I see one of the receivers going to the Lions. I think they feel that boy, being that they got rid of Galladay.
It's gonna be interesting. But maybe we do an off the record draft special this weekend. I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. This man Scott's like, man, I keep him too busy. But nah, we'll talk about it. I mean, we'll see. But not during the draft, because no. But anyway, I think it's time for us to go. Again, let's thank Tiffany,
Definitely,
for coming out. For joining us today. Go get those books. I am ABCs and you are ABCs. And we'll do a giveaway either during the week or even next week during the show. Next week's Cinco de Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get our tequila. All right. Anyway, but check us out on IG at the Off the Record Show, Twitter, the OTR brand, Facebook is Off the Record. I'm Vipers31. Scott is Scott Q Smith. Did I forget anything? YouTube.com. Off the Record Show. All right. I think that's it, right? That's all our socials, all the socials. All right, we out. This is Off the Record. I'm Anthony Adebayo.
It's your boy Scotty B.
We out.
Anthony Adebayo.
With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes. You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com. Anthony Adebayo. And the most accurate sports coverage. Scotty B's Fantasy 5.
We're different from any other sport.
His sophomore year. Comes back and says, you know what?
And your boy, Scotty B.